The following video is rated PG for puzzling gameplay. Viewer discretion is advised.
The last monthly Tetris Attack tournament for the next 3 months has brought past champions and competitors out of the woodwork. Will we have our fourth different champion in as many tournaments? Let's answer that question starting today in this, the Flying Wiggler Open. Hello puzzlers, this is your head tournament organizer, Cards of the Heart. Welcome back to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2025. We are playing the fourth leg of our championship series this weekend, the Flying Wiggler Open. And we have got new and old returning competitors here to round out our group of 14 players this time around. Joining me to help start out the commentary for this one are the Bbforky.
Hello, hello.
Welcome back to puzzle games, as it were, and a
yeah.
welcome back to the booth and to the playing stage for the first time in a bit is Tolker.
Hey everybody, hope everyone's having a good day.
Oh, and if you're not having a good day yet, we'll be sure to make it a good day, puzzlers. We've got lots of matches for you as we pare down our initial 14 players down to 4. And Beefin, we've got some people joining in their first monthly tournament for the first time. We haven't seen them since the last major, and they are back and ready for more.
You got that right. We've got 3 new players from what I can see. Tolker, who's joining us in the booth, and we have 2 former world champions. Or not former, I guess. We have the current Tetris Attack world champion Yoshi112, and we have the 2020 PPL champion K-Man ND. So this is going to be really, really exciting. Looking forward to how they're going to shape up in the monthly.
Yeah, Tolker, you're going to have to play against Tayman in your first match. How much are you looking forward to that prospect?
Well, I mean, it is the game when you play the seats improperly, but I am pretty nervous to fight Tayman, but I am going to do my best to give a good showing there. Oh
yes, our players will definitely be looking to put out their best showings out there, and we will see who will make it to our final 4 of our final Tetris Attack tournaments before the Pokemon Puzzle League major season comes up. We'll tell you who's going to be playing what in just a little bit. But first, if you're tuning into this game for the first time, you're not exactly sure how everything works, allow me to take a couple minutes of your time to explain how this game works and how we are playing it in this tournament. Tetris Attack is a Match 3 puzzle game released for the Super Nintendo in North America and Europe based on the Super Famicom game Paled Upon. It was also localized and broadcast through the Super Famicom's Satellaview add-on multiple times throughout its service. Both versions are playable in this tournament. Swapping up to 2 panels in your stack at a time, match at least 3 panels of the same color horizontally or vertically to make the panels disappear. Simply matching 3, however, will not be enough to win. You need to make combos and chains to not only stop your stack's gradual rising for a short time and prevent your stack from breaking through the top of your field, but also send garbage to your opponent to force their stack to the top of their field. Make combos by matching more than 3 panels at once. The amount of time they stop rising the stack is minimal, but so is the amount of time their garbage makes the opponent's field shake. Quick wins can be achieved if you stack combo garbage correctly. Make chains by linking sets of matches together. Make one set of panels disappear and then let the panels directly above them fall into another match. Their garbage makes the opponent's field shake more, but they stop the rising stack for much longer. Forcing your opponent's stack to the top is more consistent with larger chain garbage. To beat the CPU opponents, you must either make sure that they run out of time while their stack is topped out, send so much garbage that they can no longer make a move, or send garbage in a way to make them think they can no longer make a move. Due to how combo garbage is handled in this game, this is by far the least likely scenario. In Versus mode, the easy level has 10 stages, the normal level has 11, and the levels Hard and V-Hard, as we call it, have 12. In this tournament, players will be racing each other through all of those stages to defeat the final stage as fast as they can. The player who does that first wins the race. The player who wins a predetermined number of races first wins the match. Best of luck to all of our players. So we are playing out the first 2 rounds of this tournament today, and they are all of the exact same format to be sure that everyone will be playing in the same format throughout this tournament, because we have 14 players. 2 of them have gotten a first round bye. So the other 12 players will be playing 2 matches of the same format today. That is our popcorn level pick of the versus levels easy, normal, and hard. So, all of our players will decide on the first level they are going to play against each other amongst those 3 options. Then, the loser of that first race will get to pick one of the other levels to play until all of the levels have been played out and or we have some sort of winner. And the people who do well in this tournament will get points towards their seeding in the major tournament. So because we have 14 players signed up, the winner overall will get 13 points and an automatic top 8 bid in the major. So no matter how they finish in these standings, if you win one of these tournaments, you get an automatic top 8 seed. The runner-up of the tournament will get 8 points, 4 points for the top 4, 7 points for the runner-up, excuse me, looking at the long line. 3 points for the top 4 and 1 point for the top 8. So only people that win these matches will be getting points. And of course, everyone is ultimately fighting for a piece of our crowd-funded prize pool, where you can add to it with any spare change you can throw at us, from tips, from Twitch bits, and subscriptions to our Twitch channel at Puzzle Speedrun. And the pool is now up to $194 out of our $500 goal. If we reach that $500 goal, then we will expand the top 4 payout from the major tournament to the top 8. And if we manage to go all the way up to $1,000, then the top 16, the entire gold bracket, will get paid out for their performance. And look at that, our very own Beefin has thrown in $6, make it a nice even $200. We love our nice round numbers around here, puzzlers. So
well, it was bothering me that it was 194. Had to make it an even 200.
Absolutely, definitely appreciate that. So the current standings for our major tournament seedings will go as follows. By virtue of my win last month, I am now in first place with 23 points, with 6 in second at 16, and Bbforky at 15. That rounds out our automatic winners. But it's Evavar Pro and Beefin right next to each other in 4th and 5th place, with GamerX459, Ty Skell, and Yuki Saka at 2 points, and then Tetris Attacker and CoreyBLD at 1 point each. But considering the new players that have just joined the fray, we will certainly have a shake-up in the standings by the time we are done, I am sure. And that can be evidenced just as well in our qualifying standings, with our 14 players that submitted times. Let's take a look at how each of these players did. At the bottom of our list in 13th and 14th, we have GamerX459 and Tolker rounding out the group, joining us for the first time. Tolker, how well do you think you're going to be able to play today in relation to the times you got in qualifying?
I mean, I've been grinding specifically easy to make sure that I have an average of 615, 620, so if I can pull that off within it, I think I can secure a game for myself. However, the other difficulties, I do hope that I'll keep lower averages better than what I did get into qualifying, though, for sure.
Yeah, I might be able to give some insight during this broadcast of just what it's going to take to win each of these levels we'll be playing today. So we'll see if a 6:15 easy average will end up being good enough. So in slots 9 through 12, we have Skell with 85 points, thanks to decent performances all around. Very steady, not one level being particularly bad compared to everyone else. Our 10th seed is Bbforky. Definitely did not have the kind of performance that he would have liked, especially that 847 hard time is definitely one he would like to have back, followed by Kanayo in I Like Being Smart. Then we get into the top 8, and we get to see some heavy hitters here. Beefin in the 5 seed. That's kind of crazy considering how stacked the talent is and how consistent Beefin has been throughout these tournaments. For him to be a 5 seed means we have a really deep field out here today. Tetris Attacker got a nice little jump this month, going up to 6th place in this qualifying. Then it's CoreyBLD in 7th and 6th, very closely behind in 8th, rounding out that top 8. Our top 4, though, is going to be who we put our biggest eyes on today. Somehow I managed a 7:41 V-hard time, and all I got to show for it was 4th place. So this has definitely been a month for shaking things up for sure. Then we've got our returning PPL 2020 champion Tayman coming out for his first tournament, getting 3rd place in his first qualifying. So he's definitely one to watch. FFR Pro 21, the threat that he always is, actually got the best normal and hard times out of this qualifying, especially that 6:17 normal. That's going to be hard for a lot of people to compete with. And then, of course, we have our supreme record holder, our 3-time defending champion, Yoshi112, for his first speedrun monthly, getting 1st place, especially with that 5:56 easy time. That is setting a new high qualifying mark with that, good enough for 1st place. And we've seen our first 2 sub-8 V-hards as a result as well. So we've got a very deep set of competitors for you today. And how about a look at our bracket to see how things are going to shake out. We've got some intriguing matchups here, such as Tayman against Tolker, as previously alluded to. Tetris Attacker against Kanayo. Then Gamer X459 will be looking for some bit of revenge against yours truly once again, and Beefin will be taking on I Like Being Smart. But you know what, Tolker, we've got for our first 2 batches today, people definitely in some unenviable positions. Looking forward to playing the top 2 seeds if they win. But 6 versus Skell, Corey versus Forky, they'll be looking to play each other very closely. Those 2 matches are going to be close, don't you think?
Absolutely. I mean, we've already seen Skell versus 6 be a whole series at this point, with the first match going to Skell just by a couple of seconds in 2 different stages. The second match, 6 bouncing back and making sure to take it. I mean, at this point, I think it will almost be official to call this a rivalry. And on the other side of the coin, we have Corey and Bbforky, where Bbforky has always been, I like to say, a bit of a shotgun player who gets an amazing time here and then some inconsistent stages there. Whereas Corey, who I believe was originally a speedrunner, then went to PvP and then came back to speedrunning, has been definitely making sure to chew those times as low as he can. And I've been grinding with him a couple of days, so I'm excited to see how that match is going to turn out as well.
Well, we are definitely excited to bring you those matches in just a little bit, but before that, let's take a quick gander over to the live Twitch chat and see what they've done with their channel points to predict who is going to win. And it looks like a large majority of the points are actually going towards Skell, pulling off the somewhat seed upset over 6, and CoreyBLD to take his match over Bbforky. So let's not make our players wait too much longer. We are ready to bring you these first 2 matches of the day. It is going to be 8 versus 9, 6 versus Skell, and 7 versus 10, CoreyBLD versus Bbforky, and those matches are coming at you right now. Let's get some audio. You know what? I think this is fine for balancing purposes. Let's give the audio over to Skell, and these players have agreed to play their first level of hard mode. This was like Skell's active choice. Everyone else kind of like put the decision off to other people. Tolker, how are you feeling about this choice for the first level?
I mean, I definitely see those with faster cursor speed or the ability to send those 6 lines very, very fast to have an advantage here. I think that's why Skell is trying to push forward with it. I do believe that he wants to make sure to put the faster categories out first and then try to go to the slower ones. Because some people find it harder to cool off, some people find it harder to warm up. And I think Skell is one of those players who would rather start with the easier ones for him, which are the more consistent stages.
For sure. For sure. There are definitely many different ways of determining the methodology for which levels you should be playing first, depending on who your competition is. And
Absolutely.
Alright, as soon as I notify these players that we are good to go, we'll be starting game 1 in this best of 3 shortly.
Well, our players all seem to be ready and excited for this start. We're going to be facing 6 against Skell, Corey versus Bbforky on the Wiggler Open 2025. I hope all you guys are as excited as I am, because this is definitely going to be one match to keep your close eye on.
Yeah, especially since everybody here is very closely seated. I think that in these monthly tournaments, like the cluster of the races that are like the middle seeds is definitely the most hype, definitely the highest chance of upset, and hard is certainly a difficulty that can bring that. I was talking to Skell and Corey. They're both jazzed for hard mode most of all, so I believe this is definitely their best category, so let's see what they can do. Round 1.
Here we go. 6 versus Skell on the top, Corey versus Forky on the bottom. We'll be trying to ping-pong between those 2 matches as we are able, but forgive us if we miss a few things, because this is a lot more Tetris attack than most people can handle. We'll try to bring it to you as best we can, and we are seeing some opponents on the bottom dodge some garbage clears, but Skell is not getting the right attack sent at the right time, and is getting some garbage cleared. Again, it is combos and chains you have to make to send garbage to your opponents, but there is a bit of timing that has to go into the lines of garbage that you send in order for optimal sends. And Tolker, I hear you've been looking a little bit into like the specific timing at which these specific opponents operate.
I am happy to share all my findings with that once we reach easy, where most of those findings currently lie. At the moment, though, we have this lower stage is already moving on to stage number 3. Forky taking a little bit of a lead over Corey with those times. 6 also moving on to stage number 3, and Skell with that 2-chain 10 combo trying to get out of Bumpty. Will he do it at 18? He will.
Yeah, Skell finally out of stage 2, getting left a little bit behind. hard mode, I would consider more or less a race to 6 lines of garbage as soon as you can get them. If you're able to send 6 lines very efficiently, then you can get under 15-second stages like Corey just pulled off with Wiggler
Corey
there.
pulled up
And
at a beautiful 13 with a Poochie.
I do wonder, though, if we're going to see easy mode in many of these matches. If they're close, then we'll have to by necessity. But by and large, players have been avoiding easy mode as a level of choice. In fact, I've been compiling some stats on the first 3 tournaments that we've had, and easy mode has been raced a considerably lesser amount than the others. Easy mode has only had 13 races between our players, compared to 18 for normal and 21 for hard. So I don't know.
Yeah, I believe
maybe we
that,
won't see.
I believe that has to do a lot with the fact that people think that easy AI just waits for you and then clears on you, which is incredibly tilting-inducing, especially in a tournament like this, where everyone wants to go as fast as they can and beat everyone. Just like Corey with that 14 frog moving along, taking some distance from Forky. But unfortunately, now that we've cracked the code, I do think that we might see a couple more players being inclined to take that easy stage. So let's see if that makes a difference. Maybe it won't.
Who knows? People might still want to avoid it anyway because of how slow it is. Though I will remind all the players that as far as major tournament seeding goes, performance in the monthly tournaments as far as fastest times on each level are a tiebreaker. So if you don't play on easy, there's a chance you won't have as many opportunities to improve your overall score in each level for that tiebreaker. We'll see if that comes into play at some point. But as we look at all of our players, it is 6 with about a 10-second lead or so on Skell at the top, and CoreyBLD almost running laps around Bbforky with that 15-second lunge fish, taking near full stage lead.
Yeah, as I said, I know Forky has been. I know Forky is a bit of a shotgun there. He gets some amazing stages here and there, but sometimes he's just a little short. And I know Corey has been practicing that consistency to make sure that he can definitely show up to these high-stakes matches. We can see Forky getting out of that fish at 23. Oof, almost a 13-second there for Corey. 6 also out of fish at 28. And Skell has definitely made up some time after that 40-second lack. Also with fish here, 30 seconds in, sadly a couple of lines short. And with that 8, he's not going to get that 4 to stack up nicely.
Just to get an idea of what kinds of times these players will be looking for, I'm going to throw out a stat I don't think we've ever tried to bring out during any of our tournaments, and that is a median race time, as in it's not the average. It's just half the times in our monthly tournaments have gone under this time, and half of them go above that time. So it's a good measure of what times you'll actually need to beat in order to win. And as of the last tournament, as 6 gets an impressive 11-second hook build to take a full stage lead onto Skell.
Yeah, that was followed up by a 14-second raft from 6. Completely making sure to keep his lead over Skell there. Absolutely. And we also see Bbforky starting to make some catch-up, but unfortunately, Hookbill has other plans for him and will not let him get away from and get any type of saving from Corey at this point.
So it turns out the median race time from all of our 42 data points that we have so far is 7:46. So if you get 7:46, you are winning just as much as you are losing these races in tournament play. So our players will definitely be trying to get somewhere close to the 8-minute range if they can help it. And you might see our top players be a bit disappointed if they don't get under 7 minutes, which
Absolutely.
so far...
And I just want to say a couple of things here real quick. Scale also bounced back with an 11 hook bill, but 6 had a 13-second plant and a 14-second Kamek, really making sure to put that grip on Scale. Now he's a full stage lead going into Bowser and has actually taken the lead amongst all of our competitors, with Corey just barely starting Kamek and Forky just barely leading Plant. Also, Scale also starting Kamek here. 6 really, really pushing out the good times that he is known to be able to get here in these stage.
And when 6 is able to get to the chains that he finds, he tends to do very well for himself. Like, he even clutched out a near sub 8-minute V-hard time to win his first Puzzle League tournament in the Lakitu Open, and 6 starting off strong in this matchup with a 7:29 hard time for game 1. Very well done.
Absolutely. Scale following up here, getting out of Kamek at 33 seconds. Corey seems to be the one who's going to be the second out. Maybe not, just trying not a commentator to curse him right now. Oh, 1 line short. There he is. Bowser is crushed.
There it is.
Almost. There were 2 clears for Bowser there, but Corey's out at 27 with a 7:59. And it goes back to this median that you were talking about, Cards, where clearly we can see 6 keep being below the median, being able to clutch out a win. Corey being close to that 8 minutes that you said was the target that they were going to be aiming for. And yeah, indeed, giving him the win over Forky. Forky here going to be finishing with an 8. Oh no, the 1 line clear from Bowser going to delay that. And Scale out at 8:32. Forky's probably going to be out here somewhere around 8:45. Very unfortunate with that. Tier 2 clear into a chain, into another chain. Bowser just having no mercy on Forky, unfortunately.
Bowser just coming in hot right here. My goodness. What?
Yeah.
You can stop clearing now, dog. No? Okay.
No.
Chain.
He's not topped off. He's not topped off yet. There's still room to let this go on. Forky just not being able to send enough garbage.
He's going to start downstacking, but I don't know if he's going to have enough garbage here at the top. Oh, he doesn't have enough garbage. He's not topped off still.
No, he's not. There's 4 more lines coming in from Forky. Will that be enough? Bowser getting a lot of chains out of this garbage. Oh my god, an X5 lag chain from that garbage. Bowser, these are all the lines on top of Bowser. Is he going to get combo killed? No.
Wait. Oof, yeah, Forky, that's a combo kill.
Wow.
That is a combo kill.
Crazy.
Crazy.
I think Forky is really, really happy to get that bad run out of the way.
Yeah,
I've said before, and we talked about median times. Like, yeah, like you cannot feel good when you have a time like that. Like, Forky knows he can do way better than that. And wow, Bowser was not a homie there. Just did not help out there. Unfortunate, but you know, Corey did what he had to do. 6 did what he had to do, and yeah, those are the 2 winners. The winners on the left.
All right, let's grant some stars. Then by time of 7:29 to 8:32, it is 6 taking star number 1, and by a score of 7:59 to 9:40, it is CoreyBLD with star number 1.
We can see our left side being the winners for the first round of matches, but let's see how the second round will go. What the difficulty picked is going to be, because this is where everything is going to come to fall.
And because we have 2 matches going at the same time, go ahead, Beefin.
Yeah, I was talking to Corey a little while ago, and you know he's been talking about how he's been kind of disappointed with the early exits, and he's really been stepping up his game in Tetris Attack, playing a little less PvP, even though he is the current advanced champion. Really nice to see him bounce back here. I know Skell's, disappointed in that one, and I think he can bounce back in normal. And yeah, let's see what happens here in game 2.
Yes, we are going normal mode next, and because we have 2 matches going at the same time, and I'd like to keep them all on the same level for the simplicity of the showcase. Both Skell and Bbforky had to come to an agreement on what the level is going to be, and Forky, as he usually does, just gave the choice to Skell. So, normal mode it shall be. And again, we're kind of like dodging the easy mode elephant in the room. Will one of these matches end up playing the level, I wonder?
I'm thinking that both of them are going to go to game 3. I think we're going to see easy next. But we're seeing normal now.
And
we
here
are
we
seeing
go.
normal now.
Game 2 underway.
Yeah, we can see our right side feeds are like 6-7 seconds ahead of our left side feeds, so let's take that into consideration once the time we start. But Forky leading us out here with an X4 combo follow-up. That is going to be a little bit short. 6 with a heavier 6 chain, ending it with a 6 combo. 7 lines there on that normal for a 14-second lag. Beautiful start. 20 seconds. No, getting cleared on Skell's side. 17 for Bbforky, 18 for CoreyBLD. Just a second between those two. And Skell, unfortunately, getting chained off of that garbage clear. Now, Lack is going to be staying there all the way up to a 33. Better than the 40 in part, but unfortunately not the best show from Skell at the beginning.
Yeah, Skell didn't have Lack topped off there, and Lack just barely got to that clear, the blue clear, and that's what set off that, pardon my pun, chain of events there that was quite unfavorable. But let's see if Skell can bounce back here. Meanwhile, bottom match is cooking. Ooh, Corey avoids a clear there, 18-19. Forky maintains. Actually, there's a little bit of time differential, so maybe we're a little bit even there, but Skell bouncing back with a 14. Let's go.
Let's go. But yeah, our bottom are separated but 6 seconds in the favor of Bbforky, and stage time, they are exactly on the nose with the same stage time for both of them. Let's see how this match continues.
Clear there, and still has him topped off there. Good stuff. Ooh, Corey getting a 14. Very, very solid in normal mode. Again, 6 to 7 lines is the name of the game, and yeah, any stage under 15, you're definitely loving.
Unfortunately for Skell, as soon as his follow-up chain garbage fell, he got that clear, but still, combos are strong. 25 seconds for Skell moving along.
Again, this is a best-of-3 match format. The right side players, Skell and Bbforky, are on the ropes, and they're going to have to try and get through the 11 stages of normal mode as fast as they possibly can. And right now, both players on the right are struggling just a little bit. I mean, Corey is only ahead by a few seconds. There's enough time for that to be made up, but Skell is definitely having a rougher time of it at the moment.
Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt here, but that was a beautiful showmanship. Catching a panel to make a ×2 9 combo for Skell to get that finish on Wiggler. And from Corey, another 15 frog to the 19 of Bbforky. Corey got an unfortunate X7 chain while trying to stop his chain on that Wiggler as well. Now we see our players all trying to push forward. Forky and Corey pretty close, a few seconds between them. 6 has a bit more of a distance thanks to that lack on Skell, but Skell trying to make up the time in every single stage, making sure to come back a little bit stronger every time.
Yeah, even though the bottom match looks synced up, Corey still has a 6-second lead over Forky. Might change here because Forky's going to get a 16. All right, Corey getting a 19 there. Meanwhile, 6 has Blarg topped off. Blarg's going for a 6 combo here. Not looking good. Skell is super short, sending backup attacks here. About 3 lines short here. Gonna get a down stack clear. Not a good thing if you weren't trying to catch back up. And again, we are playing to KMEC. There's only 11 stages, so time is running out for Skell to make this comeback. Another clear, just scooting it over.
Yeah, Blarg actually stopped that chain from happening, giving Skell a breather. On the bottom side, 16-second fish for CoreyBLD, 15-second fish for 6, and Bbforky also getting cleared. Unfortunately, our right side getting all the clears today. Our left side being able to move a little bit and start getting that stage lead that they are wanting to have to make sure that they can secure some level of comfort within their stage. Scale here, beautiful lag chain. Let's see if he can continue it. Only a 5. We still need 2 more lines, unfortunately, from Scale, making those short attacks. Maybe jitters are getting to him.
Yeah, I don't know if he's screen watching right now, but yeah, you can you don't want to just send a simple attack, especially in a race setting. I learned that. I've been learning that lesson the hard way, and 6 being ever consistent, making sure that the opponent's topped off immediately is being rewarded for that. And looks like 6 is the first one to enter cave.
Forky being a close follow-up and getting 14 seconds of a Corey on that wrap. And sorry, Cards, go ahead.
Yeah. The bottom match opponents are within 3 seconds of each other. And just to give an idea of just exactly how much time we have left, the median race time in normal mode on the previous 3 monthly tournaments has been 7:07 is the mark that our players will be looking to get to be more likely than not to win. I don't know that either of our right side players will have the pace to hit that time. Perhaps 6 might. We'll see what he'll be able to do to wrap up this match. Going up to a 5 chain with a 6 combo, it's not quite enough. Some combo guards getting a little bit glued together, but still enough for a 16-second stage. And just like that, 6 is 1 stage away from getting the rubber match, as it were, in this 6 scale rivalry that has developed, and that would mean a date with our defending major champion Yoshi in the next round. Meanwhile,
in the meantime,
2 players
I'm gonna
at the bottom.
I'm gonna bring the attention to the 2 players at the bottom. We're actually having an incredibly even Kamek. If you look at the timers for each player, these 2 are actually side by side. That 14 seconds that Forky managed to make on Rap really hurting Corey, and now Corey is in a race to try to catch up. There's like a second of difference between both of our players, but anyone can take it at this point. It's a garbage clear for Forky. No garbage clear for...
Oh no, Corey's 1 line short. There's the clear.
Oh, Kamek going all the way short. 6. Yeah, the clear is there. We have 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3. That should be a win for Corey at 7.
There it
is. That is a really close match.
My goodness. Wow, the clear mattered until it didn't.
It mattered until it didn't. And now we'll have Skill here
what a
rounding
race
us
on the
up.
bottom.
Yeah.
Very close. And it is 6 officially locking in a time on top of 6 minutes 34 seconds, and that will be enough to take star number 2 and the win.
Let's see if Skell can finish off strong in this Kamek. Hopefully, no major inconveniences, no major clears. Getting that 8 combo into a follow-up 2 chain with some garbage already on its way, waiting to fall 1 line short. Will this do it? 1 down stack. That's a 24 for Skell, ending at an 8:02 this normal time.
And I gotta imagine that both players on the right are just not happy with their times today. I know Skell definitely probably not happy with the normal performance, and Forky, our Bumpty Open champion, can't be happy to walk away from this tournament with 0 points on the tournament series leaderboard. But shout outs to our 7 and 8 seeds, 6 and Corey. They really brought it today, especially Corey with that almost buzzer beater. And yeah, let's shout out Corey.
Yeah, absolutely an amazing match from our players. I will unfortunately be stepping out, as I think I will be the next one coming up here. So I'll be warming up a little bit and getting ready. So I'll bid you guys farewell and let you close up this amazing series of a match between 6 and Skell and Corey and Bbforky.
Appreciate you hopping on, Tolker. We'll let him get ready for his match coming up. But just to wrap up up these sets of matches, it was Corey getting 7 minutes flat and Bbforky with a 7:03. Really, really close between those two, but it is Corey getting star number 2 and the win.
Man, great normal race at the bottom. Very, very good. And pulling in a 6:34, that is like really, really solid. I feel that sub 7 normals are kind of what you want. In 6, only 13 seconds away from his PB, so very, very impressive.
All right, time to make it official. 6:34 for 6, gets the 2-0 sweep. 7 minutes for Corey in game 2, gets his 2-0 sweep, and again, I don't envy the position that these two are about to get into, because...
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh boy. I would not be wanting to face either of the opponents that they've got next in the next round. But in the next round, we have 6 taking on the supreme record holder in all of the versus levels, Yoshi. And Corey will be taking on FFR Pro 21, and we will be seeing those two matches come up relatively shortly, and we had to move the schedule around from what I had originally drafted because Yoshi has work in a few hours, so we'll get him on his way as soon as we are able. But before that, we'll take care of a couple of matches at the bottom. Beefing, it's Tayman versus Tolker and Tetris Attacker versus Kanayo. How close do you think those two matches are going to be?
Tolker admittedly said that, it doesn't have that good a shot against Tayman. Especially with the research that Tolker's been doing in Easy, I think that's really shored up his matchup. Tetris Attacker versus Kanayo, I feel like TA's got a lot to prove. I think that, I feel like he's been a little bit disappointed in his tournament performance lately, but I think this will be a good way to hopefully have him bounce back, and Kanayo certainly wanting to get some more points on that leaderboard, has something to prove as well. So I'm really looking forward to these ones as well. Let's go.
Oh yes, we'll get right into these matchups. Right after this, we'll set those up and bring them right to you for watching live in just a little bit. So stay tuned. You are watching the Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2025 Flying Wiggler Open.